Hello everyone, Lexi here with her 13th transsexual vlog. Alright, let's get started. Today I'm going to be just briefly discussing sticking up for yourself as a transgendered person and as a woman. Um, I recently decided to do the episode based on this because I had kind of a small altercation the other day with somebody, and while many people would call me stupid for doing it, and I would agree with them, I probably wouldn't do it again, not without giving it some thought at least. But it ended up being worth it. So, I have a friend who told me a long time ago. She's another transsexual woman. She's somebody I look up to quite a bit. Um, she told me that I have to learn to be more tough. She said that as not just as a transsexual, but as a female, I have to be able to stand up for myself and to be brave and to not take shit from people, because she said that you're going to get a lot of hate and bigotry thrown your way, and people are going to try to mess with me at some point. And regardless of whether or not it's because I'm a woman or because I'm transsexual or what, is irrelevant. She just said that I have to be prepared for it, and I have to learn to not take it, to not be a doormat. I took that to heart. This was like a year ago. I took that conversation to heart, and I don't go around posturing or posing or trying to act tough. But if if a situation arises where I need to be tough, I feel like I'm capable of, defending myself. So recently here in Massachusetts, we had a huge snowstorm. Huge, so like historical. There's like 2.5 feet of snow outside. It's insane. Um, this was on Friday night to Saturday. So Saturday morning, I'm out with my girlfriend, and we're shoveling and digging all the cars out. And not that it mattered, because the plows couldn't make it down the road. They got stuck. The citizen level plows came down and got stuck and had to dig themselves out. It's crazy how much snow there was. So we spend like maybe 4 or 5 hours digging ourselves out of there, and then Victoria and I decide to go get our prescriptions filled at the local CVS down the road. So we take a walk, and upon arriving there, there's an extremely belligerent woman yelling at the pharmacist. I felt really bad for the pharmacist. She was being just awful, like really just the most unbearable, awful kind of person that she could have possibly been. It was really awkward. She got mad at me because I was staring at her, and she like mouthed off to me, and she's like, "Why are you staring?" And I was like, "Do you expect people not to stare when you're making such a scene?" And she's like, "I don't give a shit, mommy." And like, she got really mad at me, and I was just like, whatever. And so I overheard her saying she was going to slap the hat off of my head, at which point I stood up and I was like, I'm right here. I'm standing right here. Come on. And she was like, "I'm not afraid of you." And I was like, okay. So, you know, she was just being a bitch. She was being a cunt. I felt bad for the pharmacists, the two people that were there, an older gentleman and a young girl. It's like, dude, I guess the woman thought that they had changed something on one of her prescriptions, like, as if they would have any reason to do that. And so she was yelling at them about that, and it was really stupid. She made a real ass out of herself. But so she left, and I had my purse next to me on the counter, and here's where it gets really interesting. I had my purse next to me on the counter, but I wasn't holding it, and I was talking with the pharmacist about this woman, and another guy came in with his friend, and they talked to the pharmacist next to me for a bit, and then when it came time for me to swipe my card, I went to grab my purse, and it wasn't there anymore. And I looked around, and I'm like, where the fuck did my purse go? And Victoria's there, and she's like, I thought it was right there. And she's like, So I'm looking around, and I can't find it. And finally a customer walks over, and he goes, that guy in the white truck right there just took it and walked out. And I was like, what? And I had like a fight or flight like response trigger thing. And I chose fight, so I took off outside. And now, mind you, I'm wearing big boots that are too big for my feet because my dad gave them to me, and his feet are huge, and they're definitely bigger than mine. So I run out into the snow and wetness, and these boots fly off of me while I'm running. And I'm running through the slush in my tights, and the car is stopped at the stop sign at the end of the parking lot because there's too much traffic, and he can't pull out because there's snow everywhere and it's slippery as hell. So he's waiting for the traffic to go by, and I run up to the car and look at his license plate, run up to the driver's side window. The driver's sitting there rifling through my stuff, which is like, I felt so violated. Some creepy dude is just looking through my things. And so I pound on his windshield, and I'm like, I've got your license plate, motherfucker! 21... No, I won't list it here, but I memorized it while I was back there, and, like, he rolls down his window, and he's like, ma'am, I'm really sorry, my friend stole it. And he's like, I was checking the ID so I knew where to return it to. Yeah, right. So I took my purse back. He handed it to me. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, I'm calling the cops, motherfucker. And I was like, he's like, oh, I don't care. I didn't steal it. He did. And I was like, you're an accessory. And like, like, I couldn't believe it. As I was walking back, I was like, what the hell did I just do? He could have killed me. Like, and I'm well aware of that, so please don't lecture me in the comments. I've gotten enough of it already from the police and my parents and pretty much everybody else. But, a bunch of my friends were like, oh, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, like, and, like, I felt really good about that. That it kind of empowered me. I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Trying to mess with me because he thought I was a little girl. If you could have seen the look on his face, just that, like, he's looking down, and then he sees this girl pounding on his windshield, yelling at him, and he's like, he was just like, did this girl chase me? He couldn't believe it, and, like, I honestly couldn't either, but it stands to reason you can't let people fuck with you. Like, I'm not saying chase every villain or thief or whatever. I'm saying just don't let, the ultimate point is don't let people walk all over you. Be strong, because if people realize that you're a welcome mat, they're just going to make themselves at home. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to establish boundaries, and like, whether or not it's for strangers or for more, you know, acquaintances, or for family who aren't respecting your identity, you have to try and set boundaries. And they might fight you on it, but you have to be resolute and firm in your boundaries. If people mess with you, you have to show them that you're not afraid to stand up for yourself. Because if you won't stand up for yourself, nobody else is ever going to want to stand up for you. So, that's my episode today. Thanks for watching. It was more rambly this time because I was telling a story of something that happened recently, but I thought you guys might be interested in hearing it. So, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love reading your comments. It's always fun. I'm not popular enough on YouTube yet where I'm getting lots of trolls, so everything has been really nice so far up to this point. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. And I know this is a little early, but I got my hair done today, ombre, like blonde to red, and it's really pretty, and I wanted to show it off. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and have a good one. So long.